Eliminate unwanted fat without surgery or downtime. A very popular treatment that they've been doing for more than a decade now at Westlake Dermatology. 9 locations offering the cool sculpting treatments.
Welcome to the Texas Sports Monthly Friday Night Countdown. Presented by the ABC Home and Commercial Services High School Football Network. Also brought to you by American Water Connecticut, Factory Mattress, Round Rock Honda, Round Rock Hyundai, Round Rock Toyota, RV Outlet Mall, Dr. Greg Eckert, Austin Billiards, Qualtech Automotive, Paul's Motor Works, Sharp Vision Modern LASIK, Capital Chevrolet, Urology Austin, Whataburger, Thrivent Financial, Vandegrift High School, Inner Space Cavern, Thomas J. Henry, Mack Hike Ford Lincoln, Total Men's, UFCU, Central Texas Honda Dealers, and Tires to You. Now, here's your host, Russell Dowden.
All right, welcome to the Friday Night Countdown. I'm Russell Dowden, publisher of Texas Sports Monthly. Riding shotgun with me this week is our very own Kit McConnico. How you doing, Kit?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Cool, good stuff. We're going to talk some Friday night football. I know folks are making their ways to the stadium tonight as we've got a lot of action as we enter week 4 of the Central Texas High School district play this week, actually, Kid. A lot of the games are district games, and there's still a few that aren't, I believe.
Well, pretty much everybody's in district play. You had the big 6A classes. They got underway last week, and great games tonight. I mean, there's Austin High, Westlake. You can hear that over on 105.3 The Bat. That'll be at Historic House Park. Lake Travis are taking on Aikens, Vandegrift, Hendrickson. So big games across the Austin area.
Yeah, and a big win for Bowie last night here on the web apps last night.
Yeah, massive game. You could hear it on 105.3 The Bat. D. Hansen, C. Foster had the call of that one. And for Bowie, bouncing back the previous week, they had a loss and the injury to their quarterback, Trinidad Sanders, the senior, who unfortunately tore his ACL the 3rd time he's done that. And I mean, it was going to be difficult for Bowie. Bowie, he lost 47 seniors from a year ago. They only had 4 starters returning in 2019 without their starting quarterback, Trent Sanders. But to bounce back, they got a 38-21 victory over Del Valle. Impressive, particularly their sophomore quarterback, Diego Tello. He did a great job, and Bowie stepped up. This is what they needed to do. I spoke with Jeff Abels earlier. He said, I was proud of our guys. It's a group effort, and that's what it's going to have to be for Bowie the rest of the way. If they're going to make their way into the playoffs in that district that is so deep with Westlake, with Lake Travis, Austin High, who's playing well, Hayes, who's undefeated at 3-0, it is going to have to be a group effort for the Bulldogs.
Well, you know the Bulldogs are going to have to get into a position, which they generally do every year, Kid, is when they get to the last few weeks, they're always fighting out, trying to edge out Hayes or Austin for that 3rd and 4th spot in the playoffs, and they usually get there.
They usually do, and traditionally they are that 3rd team, maybe the 4th team in the playoffs out of that district. This year it's going to be more difficult. You can pencil in Westlake and Lake Travis. They're always there, and for good reason. Westlake, for my money, is one of the most complete teams, along with Vandegrift, anywhere, not just in Central Texas, but in the state. We'll see what Austin High has tonight. Austin High with a great quarterback, and it's a fantastic job from that young man, Charles Wright, but he's going to go up against a defense the likes of which he has not seen this year. Westlake, they are big, they are strong, they are fast. They're going to put a lot of pressure on him. How he handles that, I don't know. But Austin High is a good team. So is Austin High in the mix? I certainly think so. And Hayes, the one that we haven't talked nearly enough about. Hayes is unbeaten. Hayes beat Anderson last night 35-13. Les Gode's side, they are 3-0. They are steamrolling teams. That ground and pound slot T offense, they are very good, are the Rebels. So I would say they're probably the 3rd team in that district, and the battle's going to be between Anderson, Austin High, and Bowie for 4th.
Yeah, they had 14 points off turnovers last night in that game. Both Xavier Green and Durant Hill passed the century mark last night in the victory. That was a big win for them. And Hayes, yes, definitely going to be one of the contenders in that district.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about last night's game. Yeah, the impressive thing was that they got down 7-0, and they rattled off 28 consecutive points. So they really put their stamp on that game. They had 14 points off of 3 Trojan turnovers, and that's what good teams do. Good teams make you pay for mistakes. That's what you're seeing from Hayes. They had that big 1-point victory over Drip, the Battle of Hayes County. I think this is a confident team. They're playing well, and sky's the limit. Who knows? They could finish 3rd in that district. They could put themselves in a good spot come playoff time.
Well, we spoke there briefly on the Austin High and the young man, Charles Wright, over there at Austin High. He's our Sendero Holmes Player of the Week this week on the Friday Night Countdown. And then his Coach Rosenthal, is part of our Coach's Corner segment here that we'll do later in the program tonight. So good stuff. I want a couple announcements just here. Wanted to read one here. We have want to ask the listeners to join the Horn and the High School Football Radio Network here in support of All In for Jake. You can learn more about this. Jake is a high school football player who contracted a rare form of bone cancer, guys, and he's going to be going some treatment this fall. We're just asking fans of the Horn to donate or go to the GoFundMe page through Horn FM, or just visit that All In for Jake Facebook page on the internet. So just want to make that brief announcement. Again, your whip around will start here in a little bit here with that segment, and some of the games that we are covering tonight on that whip around. We've got Westwood versus Vista Ridge with Rodney calling in, McNeil versus Round Rock, Cedar Ridge at Leander. Wags got the call on that one. Vandergrift and Hendrickson. We'll talk about this game a little bit as well. And then we got Lake Travis at Aikens. And then, of course, as we mentioned, our game of the week, Austin High at Westlake. Those all here on the Horn or the webcast.
Yeah, there's some great games, and particularly the one that really has my attention. I mean, you mentioned it, that Westwood game against Vista Ridge. This is Craig Ways, his top matchup of Week 4, and for good reason. I mean, this is a fantastic game. It kicks off in just a bit, 7 p.m. there at Dragon Stadium. But you think about this team, and Westwood, 14 starters back from a year ago. They went 4-6 last year. Their quarterback, R.J. Martinez, he was 25 touchdowns last year, but he has vastly improved, as is the defense. And to me, it's really about the Warriors' defense. Last year, they averaged 33 points. They gave up on average 33 points in a game. Their defense is clamped down. They're 3-0, 1-0 in district, 2-1, 1-0 in district play. But the surprise, Rodney Vincent's Vista Ridge team, I mean, these guys coming seemingly out of nowhere. They were 1-9 last year, one of the most improved offenses in all of Central Texas. They averaged just 14 points a game last year. This year, they're averaging 40. And whatever the Rangers have done in the offseason has worked, because they are the real deal. This is going to be a massive game when it comes to playoff seeding. And I think this is definitely the game of the week as far as you look down the road. And these two teams, a lot to play for. If Westwood can knock Vista Ridge off, give them their first loss, they move to 3-1, or can Vista Ridge stay unbeaten?
Yeah, District 13A, that's a very interesting district, that one there. And one that we often focus on with Vandergrift and the success that that program has had over there. But Westwood is making a good case for a playoff run with Coach Woods.
Oh, they really are. Anthony Wood, I mean, one of the stalwarts there. Rodney Vincent, who's been a coach in the Austin area for so long. But you bring up Vandergrift, I think it's going to be very difficult for any team in that district to dethrone the Vipers. They had that great run last year, and they're off to a great start this year, also unbeaten. Their defense, lights out. The first 3 games of the year, they have given up a total of 7 points. That all came last week. They are a fantastic team. I thought Westlake was the best overall side. Vandergrift, they're certainly in that conversation as well. And if they are 2, it is 1 and 1A, I should say. Those two teams, they are balanced. Great quarterback play. Drew Dawson does a fantastic job. He may not be the guy who's going to throw for 400 yards. We mentioned Charles Wright and some of these guys, but he doesn't make mistakes.
He doesn't.
He knows how to win. And when you get deep into the season, when you get into district games that matter for playoffs and you get into playoffs, you need a quarterback like that. So keep an eye on Vandergrift.
Yeah, and I remember covering Vandergrift late in the playoffs last year in Texas Sports Monthly, and you know that they didn't have he had very little turnovers at that late in the season. I think Dawson had only 4 picks with 12, 13 games.
He never turns the ball over, and that's what good quarterbacks at every level, that is what you hear. Obviously, I mean, you hear about NFL quarterbacks, and I think the term game manager is completely false when it comes to Drew Dawson. He is much more than that. He's a great quarterback, but he doesn't make mistakes, and a lot of quarterbacks gamble. He's not one of them.
Not a big gambler, and very solid quarterback there, Drew Dawson, and the Vandergrift Vipers will be sending the game over to them actually here after this broadcast. So those guys, Vipers fans, thanks for tuning in. You guys get the call right after this. We'll have more of the Friday Night Countdown here on 104.9 The Horn.
Rock solid Solid Decorative Coatings is a proud sponsor of Central Texas High School football, specializing in outdoor living, gazebos, and patios for your home or business. Turn to the pros at Rock Solid. Rock Solid specializes in repairing your concrete project or flooring system from damage. Your team needs a rock solid defense to win championships, so why not call the winning professionals at Rock Solid Decorative Coatings today? 512-244-3612 or visit them online at TexasRockSolidCoatings.com.
Jason's Deli has something great for everyone. Fan favorites are the Garden Fresh Salad Bar, Reuben and Deli Cowboy. Feeding school spirit, it's a family thing at Jason's Deli Lakeway. Open every day right down the street from Lake Travis High School.
Horns fans, Mr. Tramp Sports Pub invites all Longhorns fans to the game every Saturday. Get a free appetizer during the game when wearing Horns gear. When 3 or more Horns fans show up to Mr. Tramp's to watch the game, receive free wings or any appetizer. Mr. Tramp's with great food, huge screens with sound, daily drink specials, and the best happy hour in North Austin. Mr. Tramp Sports Pub, your headquarters for college football this season. 183 at Fairfield Lane, where North Austin goes for sports. MrTramps.com.
Mr. Tramps.
Sendero Homes, a proud sponsor of high school football in Austin, Westlake, and Lakeway for a quarter of a century. Texas Ranch Homes, Italian-style villas, cutting-edge contemporaries, and all the transitional blends in between. For unique custom homes, turn to the pros at Sendero Homes. SenderoHomes.com.
What's for Lunch is a full-service catering company specializing in family-style lunches for businesses in the Austin area. Catering breakfast, lunch, dinner, and afternoon snacks for special events, training seminars, tailgate parties, conferences, birthdays, celebrations, cocktail parties, local businesses, South by Southwest day parties, private parties, sports banquets, and much more. Think outside the lunchbox when you ask yourself, what's for lunch? That's What's for Lunch Corporate Catering. Call them today at 512-388-6062. That's 388-6062, or place your order online at what'sforlunchaustin.com.
Set on the shores of Lake LBJ in the Texas Hill Country, Escondido has consistently been ranked in Texas' top 10 golf courses by the esteemed Dallas Morning News. Escondido, located within an hour west of Austin and north of San Antonio, with superb golf conditions and no tee time culture, plus exceptional service and the amenities of the Lake Club with heated pool, marina on Lake LBJ, an impressive clubhouse hosting live music every weekend. Escondido, a private lakeside golf preserve, just minutes away. Find out more at EscondidoTexas.com.
This is Scott Crossett with Apple Leasing. People are always asking me, why would I lease with Apple Leasing over the dealer? Number one, you don't have to spend all day at multiple dealers. That's big. Number two, Apple Leasing will tell you which car holds its value better, which cars have bigger rebates, and which cars have lower maintenance. The dealer's only interested in selling you what they have on their lot. They're not interested in what's best for you. The third reason, and most important for you, is Apple's simple interest, no penalty lease. Simply put, leasing is a little like a marriage. A lot of fun to get into, but not much fun to get out of. The dealer lease is designed to keep you in their product. It's very hard to switch to a different make. Apple Leasing is completely opposite. Apple leases any make or model. Number four, not only will Apple do this all over the phone, we'll even bring the car to your home or office. Call Apple Leasing at 346-9977. That's 346-9977, or click appleleasing.com. See how easy it is. Apple Leasing, now at 3 locations, serving you for over 3 decades.
Hey, football fans, Craig Way here. Everyone in Austin knows the wait for football season is over. But do you know my friends at Sharp Vision Modern LASIK are now offering all laser LASIK starting at $4.95 per eye? That's right, it's LASIK season. Make the right call and stop putting off LASIK. Schedule your free consultation today. Colt McCoy did. Never watch another football game again without clear, hassle-free vision. Tailgate, barbecue, spend time with friends without the hassles of contacts or glasses. Make this your season to remember. Schedule your free consultation today. Sharp Vision's price match guarantee lets you feel confident you're getting the best pricing in Austin. After your free consultation, you'll know why the team at Sharp Vision is overqualified, not overpriced. See for yourself why Colt McCoy trusted the team at Sharp Vision. Go online or call 512-596-2020 and schedule your free consultation today for LASIK starting at $4.95 per eye. Sharp Vision Modern LASIK. Believing is seeing.
Back to the Texas Sports Monthly Friday Night Countdown, presented by the ABC Home and Commercial Services High School Football Network.
All right, welcome back to the Friday Night Countdown here on 104.9 The Horn. as sports fans making their ways to the stadiums tonight. Be safe out there, guys. Our game of the week that we picked here at the Texas Sports Monthly was the Austin High versus the Westlake. That traditionally hasn't gone well for the Maroons in the last few years, but they got a great offense so far with the teams they've met up against with our player of the week, Charles Wright, and then we have Coach Rosenthal as our Coach's Corner segment. Any predictions for you, Kit, on this one? How much points will they put up?
Austin High?
Austin High, yeah, against Westlake tonight.
I was going to be facetious and say Austin High 70-7. No, on being completely serious here, the Maroons have, and give them credit. I mean, Charles Wright's a great quarterback. Grayson Davis, he's a fantastic running back, but they just do not have enough against the number 6 ranked team in this state. Westlake is something else. Defensively, they're going to bring a ton of pressure. Offensively, I think tonight's the night that Todd Dodge needs to start his super sophomore quarterback, Cade Klubnik. Give him the start tonight. He is the future. I think he's this year. You have 2 senior quarterbacks. Start Klubnik. This is a good game to get his feet wet as the starter, and that will pay massive dividends deep into the season when you go into the playoffs. And you have to take on teams like Longview or other teams, other big 6A powers. Klubnik's the future. There have been great quarterbacks at Westlake, and I know people that have seen him, and they say that at this stage of his career, he is better than Drew Brees was when he's a sophomore. Not he's better than Drew Brees, and this is very important to understand this. Mm-hmm. As a sophomore, comparing him to a sophomore Drew Brees, at this stage, he is further along. And that is high praise, and more than one person has told me that.
That's definitely high praise. And, Texas Sports Monthly spoke to Coach Dodge in about the 3rd week of August, and he said he was going to keep his eye on the first 3 games of the season and then kind of make a decision as we get into week 4, week 5. Maybe this will be the sophomore's chance tonight against Austin High. Let's go ahead and do the Coach's Corner, and let's get Coach Rosenthal on here. Steve did that interview last night.
In Coach's Corner, we got Mike Rosenthal of Austin High. Coach, y'all are 2-1 overall, 1-0 in district with wins over Pflugerville, Connolly, and Lehman, and the lone loss coming to Nailbiter to Westwood. What do you feel like y'all are doing really well right now? Where do you think y'all could use some work, and how do you generally feel about the start to the season?
I feel pretty good about the start to the season. I think we've been real opportunistic, just on, when we've gotten turnovers, we've been able to put the points on the board. But the thing I like most about this group is they really like to be around each other. They really like to work. So obviously we're 2-1. We feel good about that, but I know that we have a long way to go, and we also have a lot to improve on. So it's kind of a coach's dream because we're winning, we're doing some things well, but there's still a ton to work on.
Quarterback Charles Wright is considered one of the best in Central Texas. What is it that makes him so special, and how would you describe what he brings to the table from an intangible perspective?
I would say his intangibles are off the chart, and they've been that ever since he walked on campus as a freshman. The kid loves football. The kid loves everything about it. It's not just the games. He loves the off-season workouts. He loves getting the guys together to throw. He loves practice. He loves film session. He fits in our locker room, and he'll fit in any locker room that he's ever in. The guys just love him because he's humble. He's our hardest worker. He's obviously our best player, but you wouldn't know it. So intangibles, he's ultra competitive, whether it's dodgeball, whether it's kickball, whether it's flag football, whether it's 7-on-7. He just wants to win, and he wants to be really good at football, and he puts the work in. So for me, his intangibles are off the charts. We've had good quarterbacks at Austin High. We've never had anybody as good as him or kind of a program changer like he is.
This week, y'all host an old rival and very strong team in Westlake. How do you feel about the matchup in general, and what stands out about the Shaps when you watch them on tape?
Well, they're really good. They're really big. They're really physical, and they play an outstanding scheme. Credits Coach Dodge and just the things that he's able to get those kids to do. They just do higher-level stuff, especially on defense. Coach Salazar, they run a great scheme, and I'll tell you what, you flip the first play on, and those kids are flying into the football. So there's a culture there, especially defensively, of just running into the football and being a really physical football team. And then offensively, I think they're a lot more balanced than they've been in the past. And then they're more balanced. They're running the ball really well, and also a quick passing game, and then they lull you to sleep and go over the top to Mason Mangum. So a ton of weapons, and there's no way around it. They're one of the top 5 teams in the state.
Well, Coach, that's all I got. Thanks for your time, and good luck on Friday.
Appreciate it.
It's the Coach's Corner. Brought to you by What's for Lunch.
All right, there's our What's for Lunch Coach's Corner with Coach Rosenthal. Good job from Steve. Steve Ryan couldn't make it this week and had a wedding, so you're gracing us with your presence.
I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Well, you're here anyway, and so, we talk about stuff here in the hallway, and I'm listening to you guys on the postgame show when I'm leaving the stadium, and you're doing this. This is normally your gig anyway. Last year, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it, and I don't know that I'm quite filling Steve's shoes, but I'm happy to be riding shotgun with you here in Week 4.
Well, let's talk a little bit about a game last night or two. There was a big win there. LBJ win over McCallum. Not a big shocker there, I don't think. McCallum's kind of rebuilding this year.
They absolutely are. And the Knights, it's a tough year, and obviously that was signaled in the Taco Shack Bowl and their loss to Anderson, a very much improved Anderson team. Not to take anything away from the Trojans. They are impressive, no doubt. But this is a rebuilding McCallum team. The interesting thing when you talk about McCallum and LBJ is that this game, the winner of this game between the Knights and the Jags, has gone on to earn at least a share of the district title every year since 2004.
Hold on. What? Repeat that?
Since 2004, the winner of the LBJ McCallum game has gone on to earn at least a share of the district title. Since 2004. Wow. So this bodes very well for Jamal Finner's side. And, I mean, this team is outstanding. They beat Elgin. They went down to the Valley. They beat a Los Fresno side. They lost in Belle Meade last week to Waco La Vega, who's an absolutely fantastic team. This is a team that LBJ beat the year before, and then La Vega went on that great run. They've had a great pre-district schedule, and you look at LBJ, and it wasn't the fact that they had this 56-0 win in their 12-5A Division I opener. This LBJ team, the questions were all on offense, what the Jags are going to have. Their defense is stacked. Probably the best defensive backfield of any school in Central Texas.
Well, they held McCallum to 74 yards.
But you think about this defensive backfield. And, I mean, you've got guys that are going to Rice, committed to Alabama. Ohio State offered Latrell McCutcheon earlier this week. They have talent across the defensive side. The question was always offensively. And if the offense can find its footing and get into gear, the Jags are going to be a power.
When did the Jags, how's Seguin looking this year out there in that district?
As far as I know, Seguin is 0-3, and I'll have to double check on that. But I think it's been a tough start to the year for the Matadors. They are 0-3. The good news is that they are up 44-6 on Northeast Early College High School, formerly Reagan High School, and that's at halftime.
Wow. So it looks like then LBJ's going to top out on that district this year.
They should, and you would certainly anticipate they would, but this is an LBJ team that has their sights much higher than a district crown. They are looking to make a deep playoff push, and I think they have the ability to do so.
What are your thoughts about Central Texas football in the last few years? You know, McCallum had a push there a few years ago. Now you've got LBJ kind of. It's been funny because over the I've covered football here since 2000 and maybe even late 90s, but it was always the outer schools here in the last decade. It's been the Lake Travises, the Liberty Hills. You've seen the Hutto, the Vandergrifts. Those guys have built great programs. But we're starting to see, once in a while, we get the inner city of Austin does get a little run, and I'm seeing it now with LBJ this year.
You're right about that. And you know this is coming from an LBJ school in Lanier. It's difficult for the city programs, for the AISD programs. It's that way. I mean, if you look at Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, traditionally it's difficult for those programs, those schools in the actual city. It's hard, and the enrollment from these schools has continued to drop in the last 10 years as people have moved out to the suburbs. They've moved further from central Austin. And I think, I hate to say this, I think this is an aberration. You're not going to see the programs, the Westlake, the Lake Travises, the Liberty Hills, where they have that continued success. McCallum had it for a few years just because they would run the ball so well, and they had a great string of running backs. LBJ this year has a great class of kids. They have fantastic seniors, some good juniors as well, so things are kind of all clicking for them. But by and large, it's difficult to sustain the excellence of the Westlake, the Lake Travises, because you don't have the enrollment, and it's harder for those schools.
Well, the inner city in the old days, in my era of, it was, LBJ and Lanier and, Johnston and Reagan and LBJ. Those were big games, man.
Well, the good sign was last year, I mean, you had that monster game between Galena Park, North Shore, and Duncanville, which aren't inner city schools, but it's certainly not the Allen, it's not the Katy. So, I don't know, maybe that signals a shift.
Well, it's certainly it's transitioning a lot here in Central Texas, and Central Texas vying now more in the playoffs as we get into November. In recent years, starting to get more teams are making that push in November. Would you agree?
Without a doubt. And you look at, be it Liberty Hill, Westlake, Lake Travis, Vandergrift, whoever the case is. I think they're very good teams. Are any of them going to be good enough to get over the hump this year? Only time will tell.
Well, we talked about who does Hutto have this week?
Hutto had a game that they were going to play Lamar from Houston, and that game was supposed to be in Waller, but canceled because of the weather. So they won't make that game up. They will not. And the reason was Lamar was only going to be able to make it to Hutto tomorrow, and Hutto has a Thursday night game next week.
Okay. Well, we will do the whip around here after this break, and then we'll do our Player of the Week with Charles Wright. So we'll be looking forward to the Sendero Homes Player of the Week after this. Great having Kit here riding shotgun. It's the Friday Night Countdown on 104.9. We'll be right back after this.
I've been all around the globe trying to protect.
Napa Flats is an honored sponsor of Texas high school football, serving hand-tossed pizza, homemade gelato, beverages on tap, and of course, fresh and innovative eats, all cooked in an open kitchen. Experience dining the wood-fired way. Napa Flats, 8300 North FM 620, or online at napaflats.com.
Uptown Cheapskate has athletic wear and a lot more at amazing prices. Lululemon, Nike, Adidas, all your favorite brands. Save money and save the planet with sustainable fashion. Buy, sell, trade. 3005 South Lamar by Torchy's Tacos and Kirby Lane. That's Uptown Cheapskate.
Horns fans, Mr. Tramp Sports Pub invites all Longhorns fans to the game every Saturday. Get a free appetizer during the game when wearing Horns gear. When 3 or more Horns fans show up to Mr. Tramp's to watch a game, receive free wings or any appetizer. Mr. Tramp's with great food, huge screens with sound, daily drink specials, and the best happy hour in North Austin. Mr. Tramp Sports Pub, your headquarters for college football this season. 183 at Fairfield Lane, where North Austin goes for sports. MrTramps.com.
Mr. Tramps.
Jason's Deli has something great for everyone. Fan favorites are the Garden Fresh Salad Bar, Reuben and Deli Cowboy. Feeding school spirit, it's a family thing at Jason's Deli Lakeway. Open every day right down the street from Lake Travis High School.
Solana Ranch is home for your game hunting this fall. Dove, white-tailed deer, hog, turkey, and other Texas game. Contact family-owned Solana Ranch, just 45 minutes from Austin, on over 9,000 acres. Visit family-owned Solana Ranch in Salado, Texas. SolanaRanch.com.
The Oasis of Lake Travis wants to invite you out for a sunset and dinner this September. As your summer comes to a close and the kids get back into the routine of school, bring the family out for dinner and take in the breathtaking sunsets right here at Lake Travis. Best known as the sunset capital of Texas, the Oasis offers fine dining, live music, and adult beverages. Bring the kids or leave them at home and spend some quality time alone. Wishing you and your family a safe and happy closure to your summer as we gear up for the games this fall. Proudly supporting Central Texas student athletes, the Oasis on Lake Travis, the sunset capital of Texas.
Uptown Cheapskate has athletic wear and a lot more at amazing prices. Lululemon, Nike, Adidas, all your favorite brands. Save money and save the planet with sustainable fashion. Buy, sell, trade. 3005 South Lamar by Torchy's Tacos and Kirby Lane. That's Uptown Cheapskate.
Memories. It's just one of the things we make at In-N-Out that isn't on the menu.
Family days, we would come to In-N-Out, just hang out. From the milkshakes to the hamburgers, the cheeseburgers, the double-doubles, that was a treat for us. It will always remind me of California.
The best In-N-Out memories, soccer games on Saturdays. Win or lose, we would still get In-N-Out.
Late nights with my girlfriend, coming here in our pajamas, nothing will stop me from getting In-N-Out.
That's what a hamburger's
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month or less. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway included at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/access now to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes taxes and fees. Includes 1 terabyte of data per month. Data overage charges apply. For details about data allowance, go to att.com/internet-usage. Geographic and service restrictions apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
You know what's nice? You could drive to Whataburger right now if you wanted to. Yeah, you could hang a Louie, talk to Reggie at the counter, and get a freshly made 100% beef double meat Whataburger with melted cheese and fresh cut veggies on a 5-inch bun. It's just the delicious freedom you have living in the land where there's Whataburger. Of course, some people aren't in that land. I wonder what they're doing right now. Probably thinking about a road trip. Good thing it's so close you can taste it. Good thing there's Whataburger.
From the UBO Business Services Studios, you're listening to KTXX FM and HD1 BK, KTAE AM Elgin, K270CO Round Rock.
The Friday Football Countdown, Central Texas High School Football Whip-Around, is powered by Howdy Honda, your low-price, express purchase, friendly home for Honda. Remember to join me, Kit McConnico, at halftime and postgame for all of your high school football coverage here on the Horn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Adam Wagner for Cedar Ridge Raider Football, and we're coming live from Bible Stadium for this edition of Friday Night Lights. It's a nice little trek up 183 for a District 13 6A contest between the Cedar Ridge Raiders and the Leander Lions. The Raiders, 1-2 overall, 0-1 in the district, look to right the ship and repeat their 8-game win streak, just as they did last season after their loss to Vandergrift, to help them advance to the postseason this year. They'll have to do so with the legs of Kansas State Wildcat commit and arguably the best running back in the Centex area, Deuce Vaughn. We'll keep you updated on this crucial District 13 6A contest throughout the night here on the Horn.
I'm Mark Honig at Burger Center. First road game of the season for Lake Travis as they visit Aikens. LT coming off a 52-10 win over Bowie in the district opener. Hudson Card, 18 of 21 passing, 274 yards, 2 touchdowns passing, and 1 rushing. Meanwhile, the Eagles lost at Westlake 58-7 last week. Last season, the Cavs scored 30 first-quarter points against Aikens and rolled to a 51-13 win. Bucky Godbolt joins me for the call at 7:30 here on the Horn.
This is Johnny Baeza at Kelly Reese Athletic Complex, where the McNeil Mavericks are looking to get their offense back on track in Game 2 of district play against the Round Rock Dragons, who are coming off their bye week. Defense will be the focal point tonight as both teams are allowing over 30 points per game. Last year, both teams combined for over 1,000 yards of total offense and 107 points in a 67-41 Round Rock win. McNeil will look to outscore the Dragons and try to end a 5-game skid against Round Rock tonight at the Palace on Palmer.
This is Merle Bertrand from Monroe Memorial Stadium, where tonight the Vanderbilt Vipers hope they won't have to wait out a 2-hour lightning delay like last year to get a win over a hungry Hendrickson Hawks team. The Viper defense has allowed just 7 points all year, and the offense is starting to gel. If they can put it all together again, they'll move to 2-0 in District 13 6A. We'll see how it all plays out on the Horn, 101.9 FM and AM 1260.
BK here at historic House Park, getting set for kickoff for tonight's District 25 6A matchup between the visiting Westlake Chaparrals and the Austin Maroons. Each of these teams won their district opener last week, so they are 1-0 in district play. Westlake is 3-0 overall. Austin High is 2-1. These two teams played last year at Chaparral Stadium. Westlake got a 57-0 victory, so Austin High looking for some revenge tonight at House Park.
This has been your Central Texas High School Whip-Around, brought to you by Howdy Honda, your low-price, express purchase, friendly home for Honda.
All right, welcome back to the Friday Night Countdown as we get ready for some high school football here in Central Texas. And shortly we'll bring in the Sendero Homes Player of the Week segment. And let's talk a couple of games on the schedule tonight, I guess. I've got there's some games coming up here. We had, let's see, is Katy Cinco Ranch at Cedar Park tonight?
Yes, they are. Yes, Cinco Ranch making the trip. They will be taking on Cedar Park. That's an interesting one for Cedar Park, who has, I mean, they played some good teams, and I really respect Cedar Park for taking on these teams early in the season. We talk about, I mean, that Hutto game and some more, but these games, even if you lose, they will pay dividends. Your team is going to get better, and that's what it's ultimately about. It's about getting into the playoffs and making a deep run, and you've seen that more from these Austin teams. You saw LBJ going up to play La Vega and Bellmead up in McLennan County, teams like that, going to Los Fresnos. Being battle-tested, going on the road to take on good teams can only be an advantage.
Yeah, and I haven't caught a Timberwolves game since Steve and I attended the Westlake matchup in that scrimmage, which was... the score did not tell what the real story in that was, which was really the defense of Westlake. I think the score was 22-14 Cedar Park, but most of the points scored on Westlake by Cedar Park was to the second team.
When we talk about the blue bloods of Central Texas high school football, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the Timberwolves because of how good they are. And they're one of those teams that they're constantly in the mix. They're always in the playoffs. They're always looking for a state championship berth. And I don't know that this year's any different.
Well, let's jump on over and enter to the Sendero Homes Player of the Week. This week it's Austin High Charles Wright quarterback.
Time for Texas Sports Monthly's Player of the Week.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Countdown. This week's Player of the Week interview brought to you by Sendero Homes with Austin High quarterback Charles Wright. Charles, y'all are 2-1 overall, 1-0 in district with wins over Pflugerville, Conley, and Lehman, and the lone loss coming in a nail-biter to Westwood. What are your general thoughts on how y'all opened the season so far, and what were the biggest things you learned from that close loss to the Warriors?
Personally, I think, we've had definitely a lot of ups and downs this season. I think we've shown ourselves as a second-half team so far, and I think that, especially during practice, that we've tried to become more of a first-half team and get off to a better start. I also think in that Westwood game, we had a lot of great drives, and we're just trying to build off of that in this week against Westlake.
Y'all haven't had much trouble scoring points, hitting at least the 38-point mark in every game so far. How would you describe y'all's offensive philosophy? How does that philosophy mesh with the personnel y'all have to create the potent offense y'all display on Friday nights?
Definitely explosive. We have players to do that, whether that's the running game or the passing game. Our offensive line has worked really hard to give me time, and we definitely have an explosive offense, and we've worked hard all offseason. So, yeah.
This week, y'all welcome Westlake to House Park for a rivalry that means a whole lot to both fan bases. How excited are you for the opportunity to play such a challenging opponent in what will likely be an emotionally charged atmosphere, and what do you think will be the key to victory for y'all?
I'm extremely excited. They're a great team and some great players, and that's a great opportunity for myself and for the whole team to show everyone else the help that we have as well. But I think that it's this week, the name of the game is execution. Preparation this week has been great so far, and hopefully that'll show on the field on Friday night.
Well, that's all I got, Charles. Thanks for your time, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The Friday Night Countdown Player of the Week brought to you by Sendero Homes.
Yeah, a very nice young man there Steve spoke with. Quarterback's going to have his hands full tonight against the Westlake defense, Kit.
He absolutely is. And Westlake's defense, it's the real deal. And you talk about everybody, and, Duncan, Lowen, Luther, they can all bring the heat. They're all good in coverage. They move well. But it's the Westlake offense that really stands out to me. In the first 3 games, they've outscored their opponents 141-14. This is a great combination, offense-defense. And I know Todd Dodge is not listening, nor should he be, but tonight's the night. Start Cade Klubnik, give the super soft the start, get him ready. He is going to be your ticket to long-term success.
Well, the key, I think, is how many points will Charles Wright and the offense for the Maroons put up against that defense? We know that offense from Westlake's going to put up high numbers. I think maybe late 30s, early 40s. But do you think Austin High can get on the board with several touchdowns?
Absolutely. I think Austin High can score as good as Westlake's defense is. I think Charles Wright's fantastic. We mentioned his running back Grayson Davis. It's going to be hard to find running room, but I think Austin High can score. Are they going to be able to keep up in a track meet? I don't think so. Westlake just too talented offensively. And the question is how that offensive line for the Maroons is able to keep Wright upright. If he is down, if he's on his backside early and often, it may be a very long night for Austin High.
Yeah, he could be in duress for quite a while, based on what we've seen from that Westlake front defensive four.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be that offensive line against the D line of the Shaps, and I'm giving the advantage to the Shaps defensive line.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Stick around. We've got some high school football coming up. Again, Lake Travis at Aikens out in South Austin. That'll be Stu Myrick and Mark Honig on the call there. And then Austin High at Westlake with Brad Keller and those guys. So stay tuned to that. It's the Friday Night Countdown. Enjoy the games. Stay tuned right here on 104.9 The Horn.
At UFCU, we keep the home loan process friendly. Unexpectedly Austin friendly. Like when even a wall mural lets you know that it loves you. So much. Learn more about Austin's #1 mortgage lender at ufcu.org/mymortgage. UFCU, where life meets Austin. NMLS 441215, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Rock Solid Decorative Coatings is a proud sponsor of Central Texas High School football, specializing in outdoor living, gazebos, and patios for your home or business. Turn to the pros at Rock Solid. Rock Solid specializes in repairing your concrete project or flooring system from damage. Your team needs a Rock Solid defense to win championships, so why not call the winning professionals at Rock Solid Decorative Coatings today, 512-244-3612, or visit them online at TexasRockSolidCoatings.com.
Solana Ranch is home for your game hunting this fall. Dove, white-tailed deer, hog, turkey, and other Texas game. Contact family-owned Solana Ranch, just 45 minutes from Austin, on over 9,000 acres. Visit family-owned Solana Ranch in Salado, Texas. SolanaRanch.com.
Sendero Homes, a proud sponsor of high school football in Austin, Westlake, and Lakeway for a quarter of a century. Texas Ranch Homes, Italian-style villas, cutting-edge contemporaries, and all the transitional blends in between. For unique custom homes, turn to the pros at Sendero Homes. SenderoHomes.com.
What's for Lunch is a full-service catering company specializing in family-style lunches for businesses in the Austin area. Catering breakfast, lunch, dinner, and afternoon snacks for special events, training seminars, tailgate parties, conferences, birthdays, celebrations, cocktail parties, local businesses, South by Southwest day parties, private parties, sports banquets, and much more. Think outside the lunchbox when you ask yourself, what's for lunch? That's What's for Lunch Corporate Catering. Call them today at 512-388-6062. That's 388-6062, or place your order online at what'sforlunchaustin.com.
The Oasis of Lake Travis wants to invite you out for a sunset and dinner this September. As your summer comes to a close and the kids get back into the routine of school, bring the family out for dinner and take in the breathtaking sunsets right here at Lake Travis. Best known as the sunset capital of Texas, the Oasis offers fine dining, live music, and adult beverages. Bring the kids or leave them at home and spend some quality time alone. Wishing you and your family a safe and happy closure to your summer as we gear up for the games this fall. Proudly supporting Central Texas student athletes, the Oasis on Lake Travis, the sunset capital of Texas.
Set on the shores of Lake LBJ in the Texas Hill Country, Escondido has consistently been ranked in Texas' top 10 golf courses by the esteemed Dallas Morning News. Escondido, located within an hour west of Austin and north of San Antonio, with superb golf conditions and no tee time culture, plus exceptional service and the amenities of the Lake Club with heated pool, marina on Lake LBJ, an impressive clubhouse hosting live music every weekend. Escondido, a private lakeside golf preserve, just minutes away. Find out more at EscondidoTexas.com.
It's football season. You know what that means. You need a new ride. And the Penske Automotive family has got your number. Right now, Round Rock Honda, Round Rock Toyota, and Round Rock Hyundai have nearly 2,000 new and used vehicles that'll look amazing as you pull into a stadium parking lot with deals that cannot be beat. That's Round Rock Auto Group. Find dealerships like Round Rock Toyota, exit 254, I-35, and RoundRockToyota.com.
Hey, football fans, Craig Way here. Everyone
Everyone in Austin knows the wait for football season is over. But do you know my friends at Sharp Vision Modern LASIK are now offering all laser LASIK starting at $4.95 per eye? That's right, it's LASIK season. Make the right call and stop putting off LASIK. Schedule your free consultation today. Colt McCoy did. Go online or call 512-596-2020 and schedule your free consultation today for LASIK starting at $4.95 per eye. Sharp Vision Modern LASIK. Believing is seeing.
Napa know-how.
Why should you get 2 5-quart jugs of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic Motor Oil? Because at Napa, they're only $24.99 each when you buy 2, meaning you get more and save more, which is just sound economics. That's 2 5-quart jugs of Pennzoil Platinum, only $24.99 each. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Limit 2 per customer while supplies last. Offer ends 9/30/19.
I'm a lawn guy and proud of it. Pro tip, watch the fall leaves. When that first bad boy drops, boom, get feeding and seeding with Scott's. Lay down Scott's Turf Builder today, and come spring, your lawn will be so thick, green, and strong, neighbors like Steve over there will be mad green with envy.
Hey, sweet lawn, Stevie.
Steve.
Don't be a Steve. Be a lawn guy. Pick up a bag of Scott's Turf Builder today. This is a Scott's Yard.
Thank you for listening to the Texas Sports Monthly Friday Night Countdown. Presented by the ABC Home and Commercial Services High School Football Network. Also brought to you by American Water Connecticut, Factory Mattress, Round Rock Honda, Round Rock Hyundai, Round Rock Toyota, RV Outlet Mall, Dr. Greg Eckert, Austin Billiards, Qualtech Automotive, Paul's Motor Works, Sharp Vision Modern LASIK, Capital Chevrolet, Urology Austin, Whataburger, Thrivent Financial, Vandegrift High School, Inner Space Cavern, Thomas J. Henry, Mack Hike Ford Lincoln, Total Men's, UFCU, Central Texas Honda Dealers, and Tires to You. Lake Travis Cavaliers football is on the air. Brought to you by Austin BMW Centers, the A.J. Miller Group, F2 On Site, Golf Cart Zone, Obsequio Ventures, True Car, Acceleration Sports Performance, Bacon Design, Hill Country Indoor, Lexus of Lakeway, Sky Ridge Dental, Arbogast Homes, Evans Family Law, Firm Space, Jana Birdwell Realtor, Lakeway Vet, LTYA, Moreland Properties, Ramos Consulting, Serene Hills, Sing Orthodontics, Doug Wilkins CPA, 7 Custom Homes, Ranch Road Holdings, Stephen Covey, Austin Lakes Dentistry, Craig O's, Dorset, Johnson, and Swift, Lakeway Orthodontics, Morningstar Mini Storage, Plains Capital, Rudy's Barbecue, Scott Ramsey, The Print Shop, X-Works, and by Wink. Now, here's your Lake Travis Cavaliers broadcast team, Mark Honig and Bucky Godbold.
It's the first road game of the season as the Cavaliers take on the Aikens Eagles. Both teams have one district game in the books. Lake Travis over Bowie 52-10 last week. Aikens lost at Westlake 58-7. This is one of the games the Cavaliers, Buck, are supposed to win, but Hank Carter, he's going to be looking for that focus and for them to focus on Lake Travis and not necessarily on the Eagles. With that, we welcome you to Burger Center, Mark and Bucky, and this one should be a lot of fun.
You know, Mark, you hit it right on the head. It's not about playing Aikens. It's about Lake Travis doing the things that they need to do, and that's not being sloppy. That's being right on cue, being right with down and distance, not being behind the chains because somebody jumped offside, not having personal fouls, not dropping balls, not getting your quarterback sacked. It's about you playing the type of game that you need to be playing championship football, even right now.
Cavaliers are 2-1 now, and 1-0, of course, in district play. After that loss to open the season against Arlington Martin, they've been pretty sharp the last couple of games.
I think that's really changed as the offensive line has changed for me and what they've become. They've become an offensive line that's protected the quarterback really well. but they've also run blocked pretty well. I think the 3 kids that are playing running back now, there are some holes there. They can make some things happen. They've gotten better at the run. They've got better at protecting their quarterback, and I think that's been the big change to me.
Yeah, they're going to get Wesley Irwin back tonight. Also, Judge Nyland will start at right tackle, so he'll be back. That means they're getting healthy at the right time as they get into the meat of the district schedule. Mark and Buck up in the booth. Stu Myrick down on the field. Stu, there's a little bit of wind down there.
There is a little bit of a wind down here. Good evening, Mark and Bucky. The wind's coming out of the south, so if the team that is heading towards the north end zone, they're going to have to be careful about the ball getting pushed to the right. Otherwise, it's a beautiful night. It feels great down here. Had a chance to chat with Aikens head coach Humberto Garza. One of the positives he took from last week's loss to Westlake is that their team showed a lot of effort. They're having fun. They're playing to the end of the game, and that's something that you really want to see in every team, no matter what their status is. So good things hearing about the Aiken Eagles.
All right, Stu Myrick, thank you very much. And just to piggyback on that, Coach Garza is one of the most positive coaches in the area. He's got some difficult circumstances sometimes because he's got 4 middle schools that feed into his program. But every time you talk to him, I mean, he is just full of optimism. He loves his kids. They always play from start to finish. They never pick fights or get down. They just battle. So it's always fun to watch his.
But that means
play.
He's a good teacher. That's important because coaching is not always about the X's and O's. It's about what you teach your players, and obviously his players listen to him. They understand what it's about, not only on the football field but off the football field. I guarantee he's a fantastic mentor and teacher.
Absolutely. Lake Travis against Aikens. When we come back, we'll visit with Lake Travis head coach Hank Carter when Cavalier football continues in a moment.
Wouldn't it be great if your summer travels came with a guide? One that points you to the best beaches and shops? Well, we can't navigate your vacation. When it comes to buying or selling your car, TrueCar is your definitive guide. Need a new ride? TrueCar shows you what other people paid for the car you want. Got a ride you want to sell or trade in? Get a cash offer in minutes from home. Just in 2018, TrueCar users saved $1.697 billion off MSRP across the country. So when you're ready to discover, buy, or sell your next car, visit TrueCar.
Watch out! We're throwing axes at High Five and you're up. Get the thrill of gripping the axe handle, lining it up, letting it fly, and watching as the steel of your axe sticks into the bullseye. Then high-fiving your friends and coworkers. Yeah! Axe throwing is dangerous fun, which is why you'll be trained by your personal certified High Five expert. Reserve your group at either of our greater Austin area locations, High Five Anderson Lane near Mopac or right here in Lake Travis off 620. Book online at bowlhighfive.com. High Five is proud to be a state sponsor of Lake Travis football. High Five, Cavs!
F2 On Site is a proud supporter of Lake Travis football. Now they ask you to support another great Lake Travis program, the Cav Lounge. This program ensures that no student goes without the basics: food, clothing, shoes, personal care items, school supplies, and even a snack or a prom dress. Every student is welcome, no exceptions. Visit facebook.com/Cav Lounge for more information on how you can help. And to get the 2019 campaign started, F2 On Site is excited to donate $25 for every Cavalier touchdown this season. The Cav Lounge, the latest LT tradition.
Every football team needs specialists, those players that focus on one area to help the larger team. The same is true in healthcare. As hospitals and clinics struggle to remain profitable, specialists like Obsequio Ventures are providing that extra hand to ensure growth and efficiency. Whether the challenge is compliance, diagnostics, or legal, Obsequio Ventures can help healthcare facilities strategize and succeed. Obsequio is excited to be bringing their services into the Texas market very soon. Obsequio Ventures, a proud supporter of the Lake Travis Cavaliers.
Welcome back to the Pregame Show. Mark Koenig with Hank Carter, head coach of the Lake Travis Cavaliers. Good win to start district play a week ago over Bowie, 52-10. All facets, everything was clicking. You got to get a lot of kids out there. What were your thoughts overall on your team's performance, offense, defense, and special teams?
Yeah, I think overall it's probably our best total football game that we've played thus far. I think for the most part we executed efficiently offensively and defensively. Probably the one thing I would say is our penalties. We had too many penalties last game. It's something we have to clean up. A holding penalty is almost always a drive killer. We also had a late hit penalty on us on a third down that they were going to be sending out the punt team. So we've got to be better. We've got to be more precise on those things.
They ended up with a lot of injuries. I mean, they came in banged up, but the Bulldogs lost a couple players, including their quarterback, and I know that As somebody who has a lot of respect for Coach Abels, it's tough to see any team lose their quarterback.
It is, and especially that kid. He's had knee injuries the past 2 seasons, and unfortunately looked like he got a pretty serious one again. We hate that. That's the worst thing. You're only a high school football player for a short amount of time. We hate seeing anybody miss with injury, and I know that has a major impact on their football team.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 2 years in a row he's been injured against you. Let's go back to your team and running the football. I mean, you guys passed it great. Card was 18 of 21, but you're starting to get that rhythm going with Marcelo Alanis. Is that a product of the offensive line coming together, or Alanis starting to get a little bit more comfortable, or combination?
Yeah, I do think our offensive line is playing better every week, but Marcelo deserves a lot of credit. He's got a great feel. He's a very patient runner, but at the same time, he finishes going forward. He's a kind of a bowling ball. He's really quick-footed, and he's hard to bring down. He's done a great job of catching the ball in the backfield, too. And so sprinkling in Weston Stevens and some of that two-back stuff last week as well, those guys were a great 1-2 combination. And so we have to be multiple. There's going to be teams that we have a hard time running the ball on early on, and so we really have to have a pretty wide variety of an attack run game-wise.
Chance to work on it tonight against the Aikens Eagles. We'll discuss them right after this.
Wouldn't it be great if your summer travels came with a guide? One that points you to the best beaches and shops? Well, we can't navigate your vacation. When it comes to buying or selling your car, TrueCar is your definitive guide. Need a new ride? TrueCar shows you what other people paid for the car you want. Got a ride you want to sell or trade in? Get a cash offer in minutes from home. Just in 2018, TrueCar users saved $1.697 billion off MSRP across the country. So when you're ready to discover, buy, or sell your next car, visit TrueCar. When it comes to building a custom home, as the 2018 Custom Home Builder of the Year, Arbogast Custom Homes is committed to complete client satisfaction. Accepting only a limited number of clients per year, Todd Arbogast insists on being personally involved in every home he builds. Exquisite craftsmanship, attention to detail, and building with integrity are at the cornerstones of his company. With over a decade of experience, Todd and his team deliver superior quality and outstanding service every time. For more information, visit arbogasthomes.com.
With a son on the Lake Travis High School football team, Global Real Estate Advisor Jana Birdwell is proud to be a Cavalier sponsor. She and her team offer unparalleled international marketing exposure through Sotheby's International Realty, plus local expertise and beyond your expectations communication at every point of the process. Contact Jana's team to find out more about their latest project. Creek's Edge is a new private and gated community off Hamilton Pool Road in the Lake Travis ISD. Call 512-784-8600 to learn more or visit janabirdwell.com. Go Cavs!
In need of a private office space? FirmSpace is an upscale professional workplace catering to business professionals who want a luxury work environment. FirmSpace wants to make your workday easier by providing 5-star hospitality, all-inclusive memberships, and an amazing community to network. Located at 500 West 2nd Street, FirmSpace offers a prime downtown location, top-of-the-line design, amenities, and the best views in Austin. Schedule your tour today at firmspace.com and see how we can upgrade your office. firmspace.com.
Back with Coach Carter tonight, the Aikens Eagles, and this is one of those, I don't want to say trap games, but you're expected to win this game, which makes it even more complicated for you than when you know that a game could go either way, because it's difficult for you you're expected to perform in every facet. What's that like preparing for a game when, at least on paper, you're supposed to get the W?
For our kids, the message has been we have another opportunity to come out and get better. We need to build on the things that we did a week ago, and we had 3 great practices this week. We were physical. Our kids are flying around and continuing to play faster and better. And this is, again, it's another opponent, another test, different offense and defense from a week ago that we saw. And I want to see our kids come out and play crisp and execute, and hopefully this will be a night to where if we play well enough again, we can get some guys in the ballgame.
Well, before that, your first team has to execute, and 2 guys who are really in sync are Hudson Card and Kyle Eves. Talk about the rhythm that they have and the symmetry that they're showing out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all starts with our offensive line. Whenever Hudson has time to step up and throw the ball on time, we have a lot of guys that can catch it. But I would say Kyle, that's one of his best games as a receiver that I've seen him have. Had several big plays, after the catch, made a huge run, and then also made 2, almost like 50-50 balls that were, he was closely contested and he went up and got it. And so it's great to see that. Again, we need to have more than one option. Obviously, Grayson has had some success this year as well, but the more that we can show that we can make the defense guard the entire field, the better.
What about your defense?
what are your thoughts? You're a defensive coach. You always coach defense. Are you happy with the way your team's playing defensively?
I'll never be happy. I'm happier. We played better. We played faster. The key is that our kids have to continue to learn so that they can anticipate things. And, we're not going to win a lot of races against some of the top 10 talent in this state of Texas, but we can play faster if we know what we're looking at and we recognize it quickly. And so, again, I was pleased from what the progress we made a week ago, but we need to take another big step tonight.
All right. A couple quick keys tonight.
Less penalties, that's number one, and I'd say number two is fly around and have fun. You're a high school football player at Lake Travis. Not many people have it better than us, and we need to make sure that we enjoy that and go have a good time.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And Carter, head coach of the Cavaliers, back with the starting lineup and the kick right after this.
If you're thinking about buying a golf cart or perhaps looking to build a custom golf cart, check out the great folks at Golf Cart Zone. Maybe you already have a golf cart and need repairs or want to customize your cart. Golf Cart Zone is the place to go. New or used, buy or lease, riding on cart paths or through rough terrain. Make sure your search starts and ends with Golf Cart Zone. They even have a pickup and delivery service. Located on Research Boulevard between Spicewood Springs and Anderson Mill, reach them by phone at 512-258-9663 or online at golfcartzone.com.
My dentist told me I needed a crown, and I was like, I know, right?
Tired of waiting for that tooth to finally break down, fearing when and where? At Skyridge Dental, we can help you with that. We offer family-friendly dental services for all ages. From teeth cleaning to dental implants, we can take care of it all. Call us today at 512-402-9